Please help support the channel by visiting our Amazon store for products like the 5500K ring light, perfect for making YouTube videos. Affiliate link below. Hey, what's going on, everybody? My name is Matt Jarbo. This is $3 Theater, and a new report is coming out that Justice League's worldwide gross is going to fall somewhere around $675 to $677 million for its total run. Now, many people out there are thinking to themselves, that's not bad, right? That's not bad. I mean, nearly 700 million is a pretty good run. Well, no, it's not. Let's take, just for example, Amazing Spider-Man 2. All right, Amazing Spider-Man 2 grossed a little over $700 million worldwide, was a setup for future films that were currently in development at Sony and ended up crashing and burning, and Spider-Man ended up going back over to Marvel, right? Through that whole deal. Whereas Guardians of the Galaxy at the time made roughly the same amount of money and was considered a success, but there were considerably higher resources put into Spider-Man than Guardians of the Galaxy. So you can see where the threshold was a bit higher. And when it comes to the DCEU movies themselves, it's coming in the lowest. What should have been like a $1 billion tentpole film to set up the DCEU for many years to come is going to be the lowest outing, probably outside of Man of Steel. Because you've got Justice League coming in at $677 million, then Suicide Squad with a worldwide total of $745, which was considered very successful for the low critical score on Suicide Squad last year. Wonder Woman this year alone pulled in $821.9 million, and Batman v Superman, when it came out last year, grossed $873 million. Now, many people out there, like myself, believe that Batman v Superman Dawn of Justice not actually giving the full cut of the movie going into theaters actually cost it money due to a low repeat viewing. And that's, highly unfortunate. Whereas Star Wars on this opening weekend has already done $240 million domestic. As much as I've complained about it, I've already paid to see it twice. So, repeat viewings for these kind of movies are clearly something that needs to happen in order to keep this thing being successful. And as a result, Justice League did not meet that particular demand. Now, the report is not final. Anything could happen. It could pull in more money. It could pull in less money. This particular report is using Doctor Strange as more or less comparison that had very similar numbers to Justice League overall. And that ended up with around the same amount of money. So that's where they're basically kind of tallying this thing in. But think about that for a hot second. Doctor Strange, granted, Doctor Strange was like the 14th movie in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. And it had a lot of build up into it just with the other characters. And we all knew who it was, and Benedict Cumberbatch and all that stuff. But it was an origin movie that pulled in about the same amount of money as DC's version of the Avengers, the holy trinity on screen together for the second time, what should have been a $1, if not $2 billion movie, is the fourth lowest earning film for the DCEU. And that is not a good trajectory to be on if you are anyone working over there in that division at Warner's. Now, it also was announced November 17th of last year that Justice League would need to cross $600 million worldwide in order for just Warner Brothers to break even. That's pretty scary when you think about that. When the company needs to break $600 million in order to just clean off the books, that's a problem. And this movie will definitely come in a little bit ahead of that. I don't know if I'd garner that as being a success or a win, but when you factor in home video sales when the film comes out, it will help nudge it up a little bit more, but still not to the point of where everything's hunky-dory in DC land. The big thing to consider here is the future of the DCEU. We know Wonder Woman 2 guaranteed coming. We know that it's coming out at Christmas time 2019. Aquaman opens Christmas time next year. Suicide Squad 2 is in development. Nightwing is in development. Batgirl's in development. Green Lantern Corps apparently still in development. Other movies are still... Shazam is coming. There are a lot of movies that are still coming, but the DCEU is very, very, very much still in this kind of retooling phase. And Justice League 2 is not on that list. Man of Steel 2, not on that list. And I'm just going to come and say, those are both mistakes in my opinion. The thing to keep the thing to look at here in regards to Justice League is the fact that while it may not have exceeded expectations, it might have met expectations. And if it met expectations, it's worth it again to go back and see if they're able to improve upon the things that happened with this movie. And that is where they are right now. They very much have the ability to go in and to retool things and make it worthwhile of the DC brand. And hopefully, you know, they'll be able to figure it out. I don't know how to fix it. I don't know if they can fix it, but they're in a position where they have made enough to warrant fixing it, because at this point, you know, like rebooting it or whatever is just not in the cards. Nobody wants reboots anymore. No, people are tired of it. This is not going to happen. And so they're going to have to, they're going to have to sally forth and charge forward. And if they fail that, well, then it's over. And at least they gave it a shot. I just wish they'd bring in better people, because there's no reason why these films should not be rivaling Marvel. There's no reason. None whatsoever. Great characters, great actors playing them. The problem's in the creative department. And if they don't fix it now, and this should be an utter wake-up call due to the amount of money it didn't earn, then they're done. And that's unfortunate, because Marvel needs the competition to stay on their toes, so they don't homogenize themselves too much. And with this Disney buyout of Fox and all these characters coming back into the MCU, it does extend the lifespan of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, absolutely. But DC has a wide array of characters to pull from that could easily match Marvel. And I just feel like they're either playing it safe or they're running scared. And at this point in time, they should do neither and just go full in and give it their best, because fans are going to sense weakness and they're going to sense fear, and they're not going to come back to the box office. But I want to know your guys' thoughts about this one. Do you think that Justice League is a failure? Do you think it was a good movie? Do you think if there is a sequel, what should they do? These are things I want to know. Let me know in the comments. My name, of course, is Matt Jarbo. This has been 3 Buck Theater. If you haven't already, thumbs up the video, subscribe to the channel, and check back daily for more content from me. In fact, if you want to see more content from me, you can do so right now.